Hey guys, this is What If Only, and today we are doing um what if Deku had one devil fruit. I'm gonna make up a name later. I'm just gonna call it water anyway. So it's like a devil fruit that can control fire, water, magma, and ice. So I'm gonna say he was born with a quirk, but they couldn't figure out what it was. And it was, like he can change water into different types, and that he can, if he has something to do with water, can make it so that he can put the devil fruit user weakness onto quirk users and devil fruit users. So they say his is quirk weakness. So they basically think he can make a quirk weakness from water. So yeah, I'm gonna say his mum Ingo takes him to the beach for a little beach picnic, and I'm gonna say that Deku, or they have Bakugo and the Bakugo family there as well. Everyone, like the Bakugos and his family, just him and his mum as his father, I'm gonna say, died in an accident. So Bakugo and Deku decide to take a walk through the nearby woods. And they come across this weird red and blue fruit. One part's got flame, one part's red, the next is dark red, one part's got like whitish, and the other blue. Yeah, it's got like the special style of thorns, I guess. Like the pattern on a devil fruit, so it's got all four like mixed in together. So I'm gonna say Bakugo tells Deku to try it first, as they are kids, but they just do rock paper scissors to see who goes first when trying it. So Deku takes a bite out of it. I'm gonna say the effects come in about the next morning, thanks to his quirk. And Deku's like, ugh, it's disgusting. Bakugo, you shouldn't try this. And Bakugo says, I don't believe you. I'm gonna try this for myself. Bakugo tries it and he's like, you're definitely right. There's no reason anybody should eat this. And they throw it into the ocean nearby, thinking it will go away forever. Then it just vanishes. So they're kind of confused and walk through the woods a little more, doing more normal kid stuff like making mud pies, sandcastles, twig fights, all stuff like that that a kid wouldn't sometimes do. Some of that stuff kids don't usually do, but some kids actually do for some reason. Well, I think they might. Anyway, so they get back to the picnic area. Inko and Kachan's mum asked if they had fun. They said yeah, and they explained about the fruit they threw in the water and vanished and stuff like that. So Inko went, oh, must have been a fun day then. I'm just gonna make a the most female voice I can. And I don't really know the closest I can do to Bakugo's mum. I should probably research the name. Anyway, so, oh, by the way, this is the first of 2 videos I'm uploading today. So, they have lunch. It's filled with food I don't want to explain, and you know I do not like to explain what food they're having, because sometimes it might just be too much for me to explain, and I may go on for the rest of the episode explaining. So, I'm gonna say, they go home. Inko says, do you want to have the All Might video on and on loop? And Deku says yeah, holding his figurine. I'm gonna say it's 2 days before he goes to the doctor to test if if there's any new news on his quirk. And this is when he's about. This is like a week after they went, so he would be about 4 or 5. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's 5. So they have dinner and Deku goes to bed, and the next day Deku feels a bit different, like something had changed. And he, oh, by the way, he can actually go in the water with his devil fruit, thanks to it being water, and all normal devil fruit weaknesses are filled in and just aren't there. I'm gonna say it's like summer holidays, halfway through. So wakes up, feels a bit different. So they go to the beach with the Bakugo residents again. They go back into the forest after having lunch, which, you know, I don't want to explain. I probably should stop saying that, because I know I'm not going to explain it unless you guys really want me to explain it. Or if you guys really want me to start explaining that food, then I will. But I just don't feel like doing that, because it will be a whole 10 minutes. That's an expression, by the way, so it won't actually be that long, but it's going to waste 3 minutes of video time. Anyway, Oh, it went over the 10-minute mark already. Got 20 minutes, I believe. Yeah, 20 minutes. And where was that? Yeah. So Bakugo, and well, Kachan and Deku say, "See you in a bit, Mom." They both say that, but Bakugo has another bit. Well, Kachan has another bit added on, like, and Dad at the end. So they go into the forest. I'm gonna give Bakugo a devil fruit. So they go back into the forest. They wander around a bit, and Deku started talking about how he felt a bit different that morning. And Bakugo said, "Maybe that's your quirk, getting stronger." And Deku said, "Maybe, Kachan, maybe." So I'm gonna say that okay. I don't know what's going on down there. I wish I could tell them to be quiet. But I'm already recording. So yeah. They find. I'm gonna say they find the Gomu. I mean, explosions and electrocution and sweat would be overpowered if he just became a giant. He could like make nukes and stuff, like explosion element. But he would be reasonably OP. It's just for someone to be able to rival Deku, who is going to be very OP as well. But Bakugo has a bit of a weakness against Deku, as he's got ice, water, magma, which is basically lava, and fire. So they find the Gomu no Mi, and they're both like, "We keep on finding strange fruits." So Bakugo eats the fruit and says, "Oh my god, this tastes disgusting as well." Oh yay. My dad saw my brother off. For screaming. Anyway. I wish he would stop. I really wish he would stop. Anyway. So, what was that? So, Bakugo eats the fruit, says it's disgusting, and then Deku tries it, and he's like, "Yeah, tastes just like the last one." And don't worry, Deku will not explode, as you can only have one devil fruit at a time. And I'm not giving him that crazy multi quirk again. That's like a multi-series, just so that it's more of an OP series. Although this is going to be quite OP as well. Maybe almost as OP. So they throw in the ocean, and that disappears as well. And I'm like, okay, we are not trying any more random fruits that we find unless it's in an encyclopedia. They both say this at the same time. So they, for some reason, found an encyclopedia on fruits in a bush. Anyway, so I'm not gonna make him have crazy powers yet. Actually, I am. So Bakugo falls in the water, and I'm gonna make it so that it's almost instant, thanks to, well, Bakugo goes into the water, and his parents know he's an amazing swimmer, and and thanks to Deku's quirk, it takes a little while longer to set in with the devil fruit, as it's like adjusting to his quirk's demands. Anyway, so Bakugo tries to swim in the water, and as soon as he gets to knee depth, he just freezes up and then starts drowning in the water, as if he's like as if he's super weighted and can't move or use his quirk whatsoever. And also, if he knows if he tries to use his quirk, he could basically, thanks to the water spreading around his sweat, he could blow up almost the entirety of the beach. Which is why Bakugo is going to be able to be a rival to Deku. And also, Deku doesn't have this weakness thanks to his quirk. So Deku goes in after Bakugo, and he grabs Bakugo out. So he starts running for Bakugo, and then he realizes he's running even though there should be water there. So he looks around him and realizes he made like a water tunnel around him. So he then tries to clear up the water around Bakugo, and Bakugo isn't frozen anymore. He's like, "Whoa, Deku, is this your quirk getting more powerful like we thought?" And Deku said, what's Deku gonna say? I don't want to say maybe too much. I'm gonna say, he says, "Yes, my quirk evolved." So Bakugo's mum and dad pick up Bakugo, and Inko and Bakugo's parents go, "Your quirk evolved, your quirk evolved." So they take him to the doctor. The doctor says there's nothing different, and then they tell him about the water experience and tell Deku to, and then the doctor tells Deku to lift the water out of this cup. So he does this and can completely control it. And then he tries doing it in his arm, and he turned his arm into water as well. I'm going to say he can create as much water as he wants. So he expands his arm and then turns it back into normal, and he had like a giant arm. So he put his arm back. Then he tried making blades on his arm with the water. And then I realised he could freeze it. So he tried to do the exact opposite, and his arm then turned into it's a liquid form of fire that we have. I believe it's magma. So he turns his arm into magma, and then he has like tries to make blades out of magma. And then because of his ice quirk fused with like fire and stuff, he could freeze that as well, and then make fire go all around it. So the doctor diagnosed him with water, ice, fire, and magma. as they already know how to. It just came to him when he was trying to save Bakugo. That's when it is the devil fruit fully kicked in. So they ask Bakugo to try something, and Bakugo realizes his arms, he's rubber, so he realized he could expand his arm, all stuff like this. And the doctor diagnosed it as quirk evolution, and they diagnosed Bakugo's quirk with a new name known as rubber explosion, and Deku with, I'm gonna say his is the same name as Todoroki's. He's like the Todoroki of Devil Fruits, I realise. And he's known as half cold, and half cold weakness anyway. So they go back to school and show off their new quirks, and Deku shows off that he can change the water in a way where, just like he did with Bakugo, he tries it on someone else, and then he realized it's devil. Then he thought, devil fruit. That must be why. And Deku quickly realized they weren't quirk evolutions but devil fruits, and Bakugo quickly realized this as well. And I'm gonna say that because they both ate the two same different fruits, they have like a kind of like bond, like a complete bond. I'm gonna say it was part of his weakness, or devil fruit weakness quirk, that if he eats the devil fruit and then someone else eats the devil fruit, and then someone else eats the devil fruit and he eats the same devil fruit, and they both vanish into the water, he can bond. Hang on, I'm gonna sort this out. I had to change rooms. Sorry if you're hearing brother just doing random stuff, which is quite annoying right now. So I forgot where I was at. I stopped for like a couple minutes or so. I'm a bit over schedule, but should be able to make it to a 30-minute video. So he quickly realizes with his weakness quirk, it's mainly just for turning devil fruit weaknesses into quirk, like making something he controls or something he can touch from like into a quirk weakness. Like if it's the devil fruit weakness, he can make it into a quirk weakness. So he does this and then tries covering someone without a devil fruit with it again, and they just can't move. So he takes it off, and they're like, "Oh man, you're powerful." So time skip to sludge villain attack. I'm trying to speak over my brother. So time skip to the sludge villain attack. Hang on, I think. Actually, no, I can't move back into that room. So time skip to the sludge villain attack. I think Bakugo and Deku are the best of friends and rivals at the same time, as they're both like confident, and Bakugo's a bit more overconfident than Deku, who's just confident and knows his true power, as he's been literally training for the entire time skip. So the sludge villain tries to attack Deku, and Deku makes the Devil Fruit weakness of his water quirk into a quirk weakness, and then he gets the sludge villain start to drown, and the sludge villain has like barely needs any air, so we can last a good 5 hours without air. So he's not struggling too much in the water. Hang on. Alright, I might be able to get another minute or so before it just gets too annoying. All of the noises around. And it's actually quite annoying for me to shout over them. I may not actually be able to get the second video out because of this. Anyway, so I'm just going to end it off here, as it's like 26 minutes. That's good enough. So I'll see you next time. Bye.